Hi! Let's find out everything there is to know about YangYang, her playstyle, different builds, weapon choice, echoes, team ideas, and so on. Before any of that can make sense though, we first need to get a thorough understanding of how she works and what she brings to the table. So let's start there. Some basics first. YangYang is at her strongest within 8 seconds of taking the field with her intro. Ideally, we want to exhaust her 3 major ways of dealing damage within this window: her resonance skill, her mid-air combo, and her resonance liberation. All of these have a large attack radius, and her skill and liberation can pull enemies together, making her fantastic against multiple targets. YangYang generates concerto energy very quickly. Once full, her outro generates additional resonance energy for the next character so that they can cast their ultimate sooner. Taken together, this results in a swift and bursty playstyle. Everything she does requires her to be on field, but in return her rotations are short and she brings crowd control and energy support with the team. Her skill is a simple cast, but her mid-air combo requires all 3 of her circuit bars to be full. There are 4 ways to get these. Her intro skill provides 1, a full basic attack string provides 1, her skill gives 1, and the last method is a heavy attack into a basic attack. Let's go over a few things the tutorial doesn't teach you. If you hold on basic attack during your skill animation, you can go straight into a heavy attack. You can extend this heavy attack into a monsoon with another basic attack. This is the fastest way to build 2 stacks for your passive. You can do the same after your plunge attack. It also works after your 4th basic attack, though I don't really use this one. Now we have all the pieces we need. In the Tower of Adversity, your ultimate is always up at the beginning of a fight. To make sure we don't overcap on energy, we want to cast this one as soon as we swap in. From there, the fastest possible way to get to your mid-air combo is to skill into heavy, into monsoon, jump, and basic attack. Now you can totally use this combo, but you'll be just shy of 100 concerto. Either one more basic attack or a perfect dodge will do the trick. Here's the combo I like to use if the situation allows for it. This combo makes use of the Stormy Strikes part of her kit, which is the extended heavy attack that's only available if you have 3 stacks. Instead of opening with the skill, you can start off with a heavy attack into monsoon, then skill into extended heavy, and then the mid-air combo. This combo might look slightly longer, but it also generates much more concerto energy. This has the advantage that you get to full concerto on the landing portion of your mid-air combo. You can then swap out early, while YangYang completes her animation in the background. From your 2nd rotation onwards, should your ultimate not be back up at the very start, you can cancel your plunge into a heavy and pick up from there. As for your active echo skill, use it after the ultimate to not waste energy, but before your mid-air combo, because the transformation will cancel the sheath animation if you don't wait for it to finish. That said, rotations are more of a guideline though due to how reactive you have to play, but it's good to know what's possible and what to aim for if an opportune window presents itself. Let's now have a look at how every sword performs on the rotation we just covered. For now, Emerald of Genesis is in a league of its own, but if you're not going to choose it from the Union level 45 reward, many of the 4 stars are pretty decent too. Command of Conviction can be picked up from the selection chest. If you got lucky in the gacha, then Lunar Cutter is also great. And Lumen Gloss has the highest power spikes with multiple copies, but that requires multiple battle passes. If you have none of these, you can always craft a sword number 18 for a 100% free-to-play option. For the Echo sets, YangYang has 2 choices here long term: the Sierra Gale set for more individual damage and the Moonlit Cloud set for more team damage. If you pick Sierra Gale, you can use the Monkey as your active echo ability for even more damage. If Moonlit Clouds, you can use the Impermanence Heron for even more team support and some extra energy. Personally, I recommend Moonlit Clouds for a more universal build that allows you to support any kind of team with a bunch of impactful damage buffs for very little field time. For main stats, you'll want either crit rate or damage on the 4 cost, arrow damage on the 3 costs, and certainly attack percent on the 1 costs. For substats, prioritize energy regeneration until you have enough to cast your ultimate every rotation. This can be very team dependent as the field time of your party members determines how much is shared to YangYang herself. A good value to aim for is 150%, but this can be drastically reduced with the Impermanence Heron and her Resonance Chain too. After that, crit rate and crit damage for the highest damage increase, then attack percent, and after that, flat attack. If you come across any of the damage type bonuses, Liberation is best for YangYang, then Basic, Skill, and Heavy. None of them are better than flat attack though. When raising her ability levels, your resources are best spent on her ultimate, then her 40 circuit, basics, then skill, and lastly her intro. For Resonance Chains, her C1 enhances her passive buff, her C2 is free resonance energy, meaning you have to build less energy regeneration and can build more damage. This is hard to calculate though, so I'm not going to include it here. Her C3 increases the size and damage of her skill, C4 enhances her mid-air combo, C5 her ultimate, and C6 buffs the attack of your entire team to make her even better as a utility support. At C6 you can expect about 40% more damage when compared to C0. That brings us to the last section, team building. What's important is that somebody goes before her to enable her intro ability, and that somebody who benefits from her outro, basically every character in the game, comes after her. If played on Moonlit Clouds, this works especially well if the unit after her is some sort of energy-hungry hyper carry who demands lots of field time and can put all those buffs to good use. Another approach would be to extend YangYang's own field time to emphasize her damage a bit more, and pair her with characters that share DPS windows of similar length for a more balanced team. That concludes my YangYang guide. Let me know what you think of her. If any of this has been helpful to you, subscribe for more character guides like this and I'll see you soon. Thanks.